right, we're here ready for map 2. See if Bleed can try to make this miracle run happen.
Okay, what we got on this one? PRX on defense, Bleed on attack, and we get the 5 classics.
No Sentinel, but that does secure
5
the double
classics,
controller.
4 armor, good amount of util.
On
Jan, thank you so much as well, bro.
And the Gecko. And Durian, last time that we saw them here was on the Breach. So aside from this controllers is also maybe just kind of
thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 13 months.
Plays the best at because this Gecko's improving, but
Loud?
not to the
I think it would suit them, yeah, but
we kind of want in this, you know,
not sure though.
in this
I'm not sure they're
very
gonna play him.
Crucial games.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that as
this
well,
season right here,
Split
1 was a perfect opportunity for them to pivot into it, and they didn't. And I think they missed. I mean, I hate what they're doing with the comps, man.
Curious to see what the idea here is. Maybe just trying to set up
okay, 4-1. Seeing a 4-1, we talked about a 4-1 pistol a lot of times for PRX, so they decided to bring back a classic. They've done this one before.
For free. Wingman planting. It's 5 members ready to fight. They want to push back out. They want to make sure that they cannot come through. Oh, but the flash, a bit of a team flash there. Against Scary.
Yeah, Scary really heavy committed to this, thinking that maybe the rest of his team would be here, and the rest of his team kind of didn't follow up with this one. So he ends up looking like a bit of a fool, but the call was to go duel. And
you can already see the players of Bleed coming around the corners, all about the fights right now, and the defuse coming in from the Wingman. It's not stopping.
Oh boy.
Absolute MVP.
Yeah, just straight up distraction. I like this though. Insta smokes down. Wall here to actually try and get in towards the site. And Wingman creates a lot of pressure. Gotta give him that one.
The plant and the defuse that time in that pistol. And yeah, I mean the miss util a little bit.
Honestly, the nade made sure that no one could really follow that one up.
Over from Bleed. Go in, push back out of main, make sure you take control and kind of force them out entirely of the site. Yep. But then they have to be corralled all the way back into elbow. Not much of a chance there. And now the outlaw comes out for Jing. He's been picking it up a little bit more as they continue to
compliment little bro. Yeah, I'd say he did great.
Him and Forsaken that has the most outlaw kills in PRX.
Never had an issue of him defusing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, but
that issue of his game, I'm fine with.
He doesn't deal with just the outlaw.
Yeah, he wants the good stuff.
Part of his game. That part of his game isn't an issue, I guess I should be saying. And what the hell is that? I think that's just a jump peek.
He getting a pick on short.
Yeah, that might have been an absolute shot, by the way.
Bleed might not want to pass up on.
Everyone buys into it, so no matter what, that damage is great. Dude, that is lovely, though. Yeah, Dog goes in behind, creates a bit of pressure while they're focusing on who needs to shoot it as well. Potentially common, it just gets swung on.
It's simple, but it's effective. Now spike down. Device protecting it, long range, gets the Sheriff at the ready.
Spots 2.
Yeah, now he's ready for the push in. Sticks with the Spectre. Great smoke to cut them off.
There's just a ton of them. They really can't go through this. There's just layers upon layers.
For God's sake, Dubai.
And Scary sure he's going to be able to get the first pick.
Most players here are tucking in because they can't afford the next rounds. Dubai, he's going for a knife kill. He's out here. He's out here accepting that he's got an eco next round.
For the second round.
It's just the small little things. I mean, Bleed, they were a double team in showers. It was honestly not a bad setup.
Hey, give me this yay shot. What?
But right as that TP door opens, Zest has to look behind, rather. Yeah. Mind Freak swings
I'm so spoiled by the EMEA replays.
That is just so difficult to push through. Double controller, man. Yeah. All right. Anyways, buy around for Bleed. We'll cut that off as a loss because there really was very little chance, especially even though he got that first pick with the Sheriff.
Yeah, this time they're pushing out all together. A double push.
Yeah, and it's a
ready
bonus.
For it. He suspects a third as well.
Might as well. And kind of works out okay, to be honest, because they didn't have many guns into this, and they still hold on to all of the guns. Then now they can take a bit of a gamble.
Pressures Bleed to try to move a little bit quicker as well.
I mean, it's going to take the TP because they had a TP.
You know what? There was one already on B. That's a TP over to B. That's
we got
two
Jing.
members.
Is all of the TPs. He has a nade as well, but he wants to get a kill before he shows his position, you would imagine. Kind of got big vision blocked anyway, so.
But Bleed still come in. Ping show's a little bit too short, and that's going to be perfect.
Those are a dizzy on the roof.
Triple. All these smokes. Just, again, confusing the vision of PRX, leaving it all into Jing. 3, 4 versus 1. That's going to be a quick little trade and bleed.
Yeah, I mean, they got the 2, right? That's all you have to get.
Yeah,
you have to get 2 to make sure that you can force them down to an eco, so we get a swing round, something gets his op out.
The rest of the members already all focus on to the B site. You know that you should have the better weaponry. Granted, again, PRX a pretty strong bonus in their own right. And then I love the call to just TP over, right? Even if there's still somehow a fast rotate and 2 members, you're still going as 4. It's a 4v2. You know you should be relatively safe to charge on through.
100%.
EMEA replay guy has it the easiest because there's no action for 30 seconds. Honestly, that's true. You can just do like micro naps before he has to concentrate.
But the wall from Forsaken might actually push someone in just in case. That being said, though, it's a 2-pronged approach. Thrash comes into the corner as well as the dog. Device got to help out
get this.
Here, or he is gonna
Nate goes in. Something's just jumping. There's no way. There's no way. He could just get healed as well.
He will be able to
5 HP.
by his teammate as well.
Molly misses. Wingman has an easy plant.
To finish it off with the patios, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Littlebro going for that plant. And the post plant's not bad. You've got a couple members inside. You still have hookah control. You still have garden control as well. That's a great dizzy through the window. Forsaken.
Hey, someone else is going to be watching spawn here, surely. How are they all through?
Where Bleed is coming from is
I swear to God, if something survives again, how is he getting a kill? How is he invincible?
To delay as much as he possibly can. High Tide blocks a lot of vision, but Bleed somehow figures it out. That's going to be Retla on the great little contact, and Devi might have to back away.
Yeah, definitely going to save the op here as well. Again, I mean, nice. We've got to start looking over towards the money here. They're going to have to eco. There's a great round from Bleed. I don't believe that something managed to get a kill here.
Win from Bleed, and it really MVP for me, Retla on that one. The
Tanked
positioning
the
on
ult
hookah.
twice.
He waits, he hides himself for the entire time. And when the first cove comes out, it's up to Darian to break it, and that's when Retla props up on the box. He has vision of everybody in sight. And quick reactions here from Scary and Cess as well, right? They push back out with Darian second thrash. And then they're able to go for pop flash for pop flash. Scary still able to swing out for the trades.
Yeah.
Bleed looking a lot more proactive here on this bind.
Yeah, absolutely. They're able to just kind of have these secondary protocols, you know, just kind of follow up on things, which is not what we saw on Ascent.
They saved the op.
Back away. This time it's completely different. Very aggressive as well for
having
Bleed
none
here
of it. He's not throwing it over towards something. He wants his turn at it.
The stim pack or stim beacon.
So something that Bleed.
4-person stack, go for a 4-1. Dog goes in. They find out where the op is. Could be the easiest call of their life.
Start to signify to you that it's not multiple members on B, right? Whenever they have
Devi realizes it might be the easiest call of their life, so he starts rotating out.
But of course,
that was map 1. A bit of a slaughter, mate.
Okay, Orb's still not taken.
PRX 1 double pistol too, so
still putting pressure
that really didn't help things. Yeah, and lovely reposition from Devi, and he's still going round.
He's got some history with that. I believe he played Chamber at one point.
Okay, Scary picks up the orb over towards Long. He gets his ult.
On this team, and with that kill,
in a 4v5, they decide to go aggro, but it is eco. Takes a lot of damage. Yeah, now there's a gun down, and they're going to expect an instant reaction over towards Showers, but we haven't seen that. Fish goes in. Fish and Seekers? Why would you have a Fish when you got Seekers? Something, what's going on?
They push them out.
This team makes no sense.
Trailblazer pushes him in. Retla's trapped right now, trying to buy time with the snake bite. He knows he has to push through. Ye's opening up space on the other side. The entry successful, but shower control given over to PRX.
Yeah, this is very confusing for both teams. Smoke's just kind of annoying. Everybody
is just everywhere though, but they had this.
Not gonna happen. Right behind the triple, so Devi can't get that shot
so
off.
close.
He tries to do it so, but can't really get the wall bang, and Ye comes in for the big little flank. 1 versus 1.
Big 1v3 from Ye.
Actually, it's in favor of Ye. He also has the nades, so Devi, everything against him. Both of them fighting. Devi, nade has to separate himself from the explosions. Another try, another peek, and gets the first one. He's aware. He also saw that he was off of it. Yep. Another one. Yeah, third time's the charm.
He knows that Devi has to let go of that spike early because he's on an op. So
oh my God! What? Devi!
Damn, Devi with it.
I thought Ye had that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lovely shot. Let's see how fast it is. That's not great. Yeah, he gave it a good chance, though. 1v3.
One time he actually goes for the wide swing.
Yeah, the first time he actually just fully commits. I mean, he just thought he had the timing after missing the shot. And then he missed his shots.
What Ye was doing very correctly was that he knows that Devi has to let go of the spike early, right? He can't wait for a reaction shot because the op's going to take longer to bring the scope back up.
Ooh.
So he's constantly just jiggle peeking without actually catching sight.
I did
But
see
even
Mind
Mindfreak
Freaks.
can't believe it, right?
Mind Freaks just looking at his screen like,
Ye
wait,
goes
what?
for the decision judgment call that now Devi's going to be pressured to run back towards Spike. And now it's just a peek out for something. That's straight bait. Oh, okay, the turnaround at the very least.
Jing could have got that kill by going down, you would feel like, but
he's always got bleeds back.
dog for a dog. It's
delayed,
so
even
fast
though
paced, so they're just gonna send it
Devi does
out.
get hit
Surely
by
not.
The Trailblazer goes in for the peak, wants to go for the fight here against Zest, but speaking of Zest, he's gonna just double up with the rest of his team.
Devi. He's won them around.
Straight into a short.
Devi has owned it.
Yeah, it's a perfect read. No one's here for the moment.
Yeah, but Devi cleared all
Mind
of
Freak
it,
has
right?
an
You
ult.
heard
They're
the
gonna have
audio
no
as
idea where he
You've
does
got
this
Mind
from
Freak with the orbital
if he
strike.
wants
He just
to.
has to watch for the flank. Once they hear that plant coming, this orbital strike's going to go down, and that buys all the time. Okay, it's just the pin as well.
and
Perfect timing.
gotta keep an eye on Devi now.
Ready for the flank.
It's gonna be coming around.
Here's him.
Spike
And
down.
that's the spike, bro.
It's outside of the pit.
Oh, no.
And then they do a little 1-2 while they're looking for him. Oh my god, Devi with the push. Insta clears the information. Instant gets them the information.
Just how PRX moves. Bleed though, I do like the answer, the clapback, right? To just go straight into the showstopper, knowing that something doesn't really have that mobility. Thankfully enough, you know, Ye gets that, 180 turnaround shot, so they can get started with these trades. Fortunately, just comes up a tad bit short.
And now they'll have to
nice, yeah, I mean,
5 sheriffs. Only a couple
this is the thing, you get
on the side of Bleed.
For some of the plays
Slow
they
things
go
down,
for,
just
you
try to
get
work around the
rewarded
top of the
so
screen.
heavy
They
sometimes.
haven't really utilized it too much in an aggressive sense. It's actually worked wonders in kind of helping out.
They're the scariest team to
the
play
lurk
against if they
against PRX
show
as they
you
try to
no
push out
respect.
against it, but they
That's
haven't really
kind
dug
of what's
deep
going on.
into anything like lamps.
Yeah.
In a couple of these rounds. So see if they can start to apply that pressure here on an eco round.
That's interesting too, right?
Saying that though, at least they're kind of just playing normal against ecos. I say something's going a bit aggro, but he has an off, it's all good.
Rummage into the side, unfortunately not.
Huge pick from Zest though, from long range, all the way back site.
And with that kill, the group,
so you know the harbor
the call
still around the A
happens
side.
in terms
That's
of
gonna be the
grouping and
biggest
hitting
difference
A.
between a harbor and a Viper. Obviously, you know where that high tide's starting from.
Just Forsaken one
So
at
you know you've
one
drawn
point, maybe.
A little bit of that extra util. You're drawing out a second smoke out from the brim as well. So both of them somewhere
They
nearby.
hit, he might ult.
Now you're going for the numbers play. Still all 5 members alive from Bleed. Now the toxic screen. I don't mind this in
They are
terms of the
all
round.
so
but the
close
reckoning's
together,
good.
and when this happens, the stuns start happening.
Forsaken has gone down.
Wait, I tell you what, though, some guns here. Big jump.
Only going to be able to be at least with the 1 pick.
Yeah, he's close. Not sure if Devi reads this.
He will not.
Yeah, didn't have a clue. Op has to be saved. The econ isn't exactly rich on the side of PRX. They'll be okay.
It's a big round in terms of their money.
They'll definitely have to save over if they want to use it.
Yeah. This is a thrifty round for Bleed. If they wanted to, they can maybe even send 1 person in to just, you know, see where something is, get a chance to take the op away from his hands, but
yeah, it wouldn't have been the worst call, right?
Lead looking good, bro. They want so many 50s on.
You know, someone like Zest, only 2 points
It feels
away.
like they're better with
You could have done that,
50s,
but
but I don't know if it's just because of how PRX are playing.
Build up. You know, as they're exiting, they will see if they find him.
They are just getting a lot of picks. That's what happened on Ascent as well.
Oh, okay. The last minute jump. Something's ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great start here for Bleed, and this is something I kind of noticed as well with the start of.
It isn't. I mean, that's a nice pick, though. Not even too mad at that.
Died 2-3 times on these thrifty rounds from Bleed with these Sheriff plays. So that's been something.
At least the spacing and everything here was nice, though, from Bleed.
To their advantage, and you know that lack of firepower right now.
Actually sent into the
just,
site.
You know, Jing's ability to just frag out, but also the threat of the nades.
Okay, money's gonna stop getting low, and we go for an insta raise ult down, and it's the most classic one. Everyone should be ready for this.
They were already spread out apart, but they'll
yeah, I mean, when you're playing the team as well, literally when teams have this ult, you literally call that this is probably gonna happen. Just, it's that common. It's so high percentage. So everyone should be ready in teams. Like this should never work these days, just because everyone's on top of it.
So the re-clear from Showers, for now, the movement much more fluid on the side of PRX. They're still holding on to the crucial parts of the map.
Redla could be in for a rude awakening here as there's 2 players, Forsaken and Jing flanking around. Something threatens with the op.
Yeah, and the Dizzy didn't hit, but then it's like,
for himself, he's not
also the Dizzy's out in the open.
I mean, he thinks he
get
cleared
picked up.
showers. He has no idea. You've been taking
All that's
over A site
happening
now
in terms of a
entirely in control
default,
of
the takeover
PRX.
towards showers.
Bleed's trapped.
Really didn't like
Rise up
that
the judge
long
as well.
control, not gonna lie.
They have a flash to at least get contact on Hookah, or they're just
You
going to
flashed
go for the
this,
blind
right?
peaks.
Oh,
Well, they
boy.
go for that one, but as you can see, Mind Freak, he's got his boys back.
Dude,
3K
sometimes
for Mind
Bleed
Freak.
really do
PRX, they answer right
try
back.
to take info a lot,
Oh,
and this
peek
team
out
will punish that
around
heavy.
the Dizzy, a little bit delayed there on the side.
I know
of
this one
Bleed,
over
gives
to long
something
towards
just
long
enough time
wasn't
to
dry, but
reposition after
like,
dodging
if you see the
line.
timing on this, like this
See the
doesn't
position
make
wide. I don't think
sense.
Ye was ready for
Right,
that
first of
wide
all
of
they
an
Dizzy
angle.
out into the open. That's hard to pick up.
Afterwards, I mean, they had to
And
use
then
early
2,
flash as
3
well to
seconds
clear out
later,
the
they then
showstopper,
peek off
things
of
like
it.
that. Not enough
Just like,
util, and that should be the
it's just
timeout
like,
for
what are we?
Bleed.
Okay, and this is a good timeout, and I think they should be talking about that.
As well
Normally people
for
go close, you throw the Dizzy off the
this
wall, and
map
then you
in
swing.
particular.
Right, so it's like, it's insta-cleared, and then they're slow peeking out to you holding the
Expecting
angle.
that maybe
This
they
one,
got
you give them
that
time to
round
get back to the angle, take the
together,
shot,
but
like it's
Fortunately, again, they
not
just
great.
can't figure out how to mitigate that first contact against something in his operator, right? They see him, he always gets that first
Yeah,
first
it was
pick,
like 3
and
seconds
then
after.
they just kind of back away. It's been happening so many
Jing,
times
yeah,
right
Jing
now
just sent it
on
insta.
Bind that they just can't. Again, it's just hard to figure out.
And it's so tough on Bind because it's not as clear cut as other maps where you can just say, well, we found the operator, let's avoid it. Because
China will
at the
play
end of the
close
day,
fast.
Bind doesn't have
That's
a mid,
probably
so
a
you
good
have to
shout,
control
yeah.
the extremities to make sure that you're able to apply pressure. And if the op is sitting on either B main or showers, you got to find a way to push
Yeah,
it
gotta
way
be
back, way
be
into the
cleaner
site,
than this from
just
Bleeds.
away from
Good
the
news for
entry
them
points.
is they can at least buy in this
Bleed, we'll
round.
see if that's
Bad news
something they
is
discuss
this will be
this
an
time
eco.
out, as right now it's still going to be a 2-3 split, but it
It's
does
gotta
look
be.
like we might see a
It's gotta be
light
better than that round.
into showers, but no raise to follow up, just a little bit of extra pressure.
Yeah, they're probably aware now that, you know, B main, or excuse me, B long has been the domain of something for the longest time. Quick little flash out from TP there.
Goes in for the late
Outside of
peek.
shower,
We like
so
that one.
that
Smoke
does
goes in
give
as well.
quick information for
And
PRX
orb
here.
gets
You
picked
can't see
up
the
for
Deleter
Mind
chasing
Freak.
the
We
kill.
got one
Through that pick up the orb, not gonna
away
happen
from
this
his ult.
time, but at least
And
forces
something is on a mission.
notified. Not get contact.
I like this though,
You know, just
like
a
this
bit of
wall that they do
information
at the
on both
beginning.
sides.
Yeah, but that's
Creates a
both
lot
guiding
of
lights
pressure.
used by Divide. Now they have to hold on to these areas.
similar to
especially
like
by
what,
something, right? Because you heard 2 Vandals on the side of showers, so something knows that he's relatively
Similar
safe.
to what Lev were doing on this.
Bleed should have heard the Trailblazer going through TP as well, so they know that there's still 2 members.
Saw him.
Yeah, catch a sight of Ye, knows that it's a back out, but something doesn't want
Yeah,
to
and
chase
look at them all
through.
pinging, so they both saw each
Yeah,
other.
especially with he's gonna get pinched from both angles, right? B long as well as that entryway onto mid.
Okay, is
I mean,
the
this
flash?
is a
Because they're gonna
successful
flash time
fake out
this.
from Bleed. I mean, they stayed for so
the
long
flash
until
timing
all
better?
the Sky Util was used by
Surely.
PRX. Now
Please
they don't
don't
really
try
have
peek
great
this.
ways of getting info because something is
Util
stuck
gets
on the
used here,
top.
right?
Yeah. Might have to even use the TP. He gets a little bit too dicey on that positioning. There he goes, wants to go for the pick once again. Not gonna happen this time, yay! Oh my god!
Oh my god! How is something getting this kill? How is he getting this kill?
Calm down, Bleed pushing it to the B side. They open it up somehow.
Oh my
That's gonna
god!
be 5 versus 4 on the retake, but they get the B side and hopefully plant the spike right here and now.
Yeah, but you already gave him TP control. Something's already there.
Oh
Elbow already
boy!
given over to Forsaken as
Bishop
well.
goes in.
The placements are not
Oh.
good. Scary finds one. He's going. He's ready
Did
for
he
the
miss
jump
with the
shot.
fish
Scary
shot?
holds on to Uga. He gets taken down. Now both members of Bleed stuck in the site. They have no idea that somebody's already gone
Oh,
through
man.
elbow.
Well,
It's a wraparound for Forsaken.
I gotta
as
see the
PRX will
shot.
pick up
I'm
a
pretty sure he
6-round win.
scopes. Like, would he have time to scope here?
What a shot from something.
It's something though, so he probably no
I mean,
scopes.
I would love to see this from Ye's POV, because I wonder, did he hesitate or did he simply
Oh my
land
god, that's so
perfectly?
sick, dude.
He didn't hesitate.
No, he didn't. He just,
Yeah.
it's just extra bounce. That's all the time
I mean,
something
that's
needed.
just him being a beast. That's it. He was so ready for him to follow him through.
You know, be quiet a little bit just to let that shot sink in. What a shot!
Just another round.
I mean, second
something.
shot was nice as well. He's like
Yeah.
insta TPing back. Like he's the next
That
person
one
to get the
hurts.
kill after
that
as
one
well.
hurts, 'cause if Ye,
I mean, yeah,
if
it
Ye
does
got
hurt.
the kill, right,
They
he
messed up
applies
on this
pressure on the
round.
side,
This
you get free
I
land.
wasn't
I
too
mean, it's a
angry
whole
about,
different
really.
round.
Absolutely.
I think you do just take the win
you'd
of
see
him
PRX
having a
trying to rush
TP
in
there and the
things
fact that
without
you then
being
need to
too
satchel
prepared,
into
especially,
sight.
right?
I just think the tunnel vision probably shouldn't be happening. You got to focus on just hitting the site, taking the win.
Just go chase for the kills right now. The separation onto the high tide, and Bleed can't escape. They have to get slowed as they try to just get out of the site itself.
Why do they use it all?
I mean, sure. But Mindfreak's gonna be able to stop
it was fine. It was all fine.
Players of Bleed to remain. Scary and scary. No more Durian. Gets the first. He's always been good with these kind of situations. Not this time.
Morpheus United, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the whole year.
Foot down on round 10.
Dude, Jing is so good at Raze that he even helps Divide go for a peek out with the blast pack.
Normal rules don't apply. Yeah, I need to. I gotta turn my brain off more.
The blast packs. What a pinch in on
I mean, yeah, the
TP.
pinch
No
was
wonder
nice.
they commit those ultimates right there. The orbital strike to push them out. Jing goes through. Once he gets the kill, Devi's there to make sure that he can keep Jing alive.
Yeah.
The flash as well.
Classic PRX on Bind. You got to watch out for those TP plays.
Another go at it for Bleeds. Lower buy into the next one. Lower force into next rounds. They'll have 2-9 loss bonus. I mean, the op is everywhere. This is the thing. Something has been everywhere.
So he backs away a little bit, but you do see there's 2 players right behind him waiting for that quick assist.
Look at him, man. You're a gecko.
Pushed out on A-Short.
Boombot to clear is right.
They're ready for it, but that Boombot does let Retla know. Yeah, both of them kind of catching sight of each other. The Mosh will not land all the way.
Come on, man.
Repositioning for something.
Stop it.
Yay gets that quick little contact. They throw the Dizzy. That's a lot of resources put just to get a bit of control on Hookah right now, and still Bleed are unaware of what's kind of waiting for them on the other side of this site.
Nice info, though.
Also is that they don't have control of the TPs on the extremities, right? So you can't go for something
Flash
like
goes
a
down
play
towards
B,
long those.
see if
That's kind of nice.
Not,
They get good info with that. They can hold the free pass and stack.
They'll let you know where they might be.
Seekers goes out again. One person over towards B though, so they should at least keep this guy here, but the free pass and stack is still going to hold.
These Seekers are all going to
A-Short. Got 30 seconds on this one. Gary has his ult. This guy in Lamp should be forced out.
Now spotted. They have to follow the Seekers' lead.
There it is. Orbital strike as well, used to flush out Jing out of position. Actually works in their favor. As well as the Seekers actually blinding something somehow. That's going to be the start of the take. Spike not blinded. It got stopped.
Damn, Mindfreak's a beast, man.
Have to rush right in, but you can see already
Spike stopped again.
Still don't have it. They possibly can.
This guy's got to stick it.
The favor of PRX as Bleed stands their ground.
Oh, that's close.
Coming around.
For God's sake.
He wants to go again for the no scope. Not going to happen this time.
Oh man, there's so much here.
Of friendly fire, but it's not going to matter as Bleed.
They really don't care about rules.
Oh,
they even play lamps against Brimolds.
Mindfreak could have been the absolute clutchest of kills to deny the spike.
Like Jing gets so wrecked. They so nearly won this.
Bleed didn't have the time, didn't have control of the entire site. Overall, Retla fires back, knows that he's stuck in the orbital strike.
Jing, man.
They do their best, but yeah, I mean, they're just falling all the way over from
Dude, Retla's been relatively good, though.
If that no scope had hit, I mean, something's in the waters today. Yeah, sure.
Retla's been putting up some numbers into the big rounds that they're actually winning.
Second no scope of the day, no? In any case, though, that was just
Saken has his ult. Ye has his ult. Let's check out the Ye ult.
Of their foot on the site, not just the, planting the spike, but
double ult both times into Hookah.
They can just follow up what was already there.
Same setup each time for PRX.
Devi as well as Jing.
These are getting shot down real fast. Bleed has to be ready for it. Sees him dash out, but that might
Hey,
be
shout out to Ye for not doing this one early, but Devi surely gets seen.
He does.
Yeah, he does get seen.
Corner. It's way too many smokes.
This wall is separating Jing.
Jing tried to satchel out, tried to make him use his ult. And something you gotta imagine is dead.
Just a quick little contact against Ye. I think he wanted to try to escape right then and there, but not going to happen this time as Jing is alone for the moment until the rest of PRX come in to assist.
Now Bleed, they still have 40 seconds.
I like this push behind.
The TP as well, but
Ollie on spawn. The only person that can win this really is something, and you got to feel like Retla has this.
As well, but it's the long wrap
no way he goes this way round.
From something. They know that Retla's always been around somewhere to watch for the flanks. Tyrion good for one on the box.
Jing. Oh, they get two.
Surely not. It's a 2v4.
Start steps to maybe retake the site.
But the reposition's there from Bleed, right? They still want to hold on to a crossfire no matter which way you come through. Zest constantly. Oh, he's not ready for the timing there. Scary all alone.
You can hear the footsteps too. Coming around the corner. No idea where something is.
Okay, lovely from him. It came down to a 1v2 though. He had to 1v2 it. Dude,
like
the shot
movie,
long
right?
is.
You hear the footsteps get all the way right up to you, and then it just disappears.
Yeah, they did pretty good to get 5.
Is he around the corner? Is he behind the door? And Scary just recognizes, if I'm not hearing you, you got to be above. Gets the right read. It's a clutch from Scary, a much needed one. As now it's a 5-7 scoreline. Not bad at all from Bleed.
Yep. This is the Scary movie. You know, the story of how Scary just keeps clutching. Gets PRX over and over.
PRX look like they're falling around, bro. That's just how they play, man.
To clutch out that round, especially when, you know, we saw something already.
Also, I'm pretty confident they know they're gonna win, so it's like they may be being a little bit looser than they are, but they're already an insanely loose team.
I guess their post-plan threats.
That's, by the way, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but that's RB's nephew.
Which one?
The little kid in the middle that's holding up the sign.
With the blue shirt?
Yeah, and I believe that kid's father behind him is, of course, RB's relatives, brother-in-law, I believe. Just also cheering for RB. The sign said, please watch RB over at VCT China as well.
Wait,
yeah, they've been coming to a lot of the VCT games. It's great to see.
He's been doing really well.
Yeah, he's been playing his picks of agents as well.
Hell yeah.
Continuing to perform out there. But for now, eyes back
on
to another teammate of his, ex-teammate of his, Zest.
Double frenzy,
really not having the greatest time on the scoreboard, but overall
on
the
team
defense still hanging
on. What do we got?
3-pass
and push into the
second half now on defense for Bleed.
Into the double frenzy. I mean, it makes sense. It's basically the same as like what PRX do.
Here for PRX.
But they're doing it with less numbers.
Stim beacon, so it's going to be a quick little run through on B main or B long, excuse me.
You might not even push. It might literally just be 3 people dueling here, and then the reaction in theory is to push into the double frenzy.
Curious, pushing out from here just
how far do these guys go? That's the question. Oh, okay,
but they're going to go with no audio. That I don't mind. I was afraid if they were going to go for a pop flash.
Night Journey Yoji, thank you so much, man. Thank you.
It's a quick peek out, and now you know that's got to be a lurk.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the tier 1.
They are pincered in, excuse me. So if we do see the push out from Divide,
and Divide could really own this round.
Get a couple of unnoticed kills here from the rest of Bleed.
Yeah, that's the tricky part, right? You thought that Forsaken was the lurk. Are you ready for a second lurk?
Yeah, Mind Freak with the jump pick, you would hope over towards long.
When you can see that PRX have planted the spike on B.
Lovely from him. Double swing. Could be a triple swing.
Something right now, and here comes the firefight. Who's gonna get
it is it, dude. Look at them though. They're just a unit.
Now coming in through TP, drops right in. They're not wasting any time anymore. And Durian, he's still pretty healthy. He still also has the wingman. So if he somehow manages to push into this one, gets that contact against Jing, it might actually work out in his favor. Absolutely not gonna happen at this point, since Jing was just waiting outside.
Love the mid rounding here in terms of just calling. It's not really mid round, it's more just like shot calling of just guys us to swing this. Realized that the push was heavy, just into send over towards B. And once we get the king over towards long, this one, after we have this jump peak, it was so nice to have a plan to just straight up swing, and all 3 of them were involved.
Into the TP, you could see on the minimap that they were ready for a potential extra member. So they've got their heads on correctly here in the second half. But it's going to be Jing picking up quite a few kills, bringing him all the way up to 8.
Gotta feel bad for Bleed. 4 out of 4 pistols for PRX.
Now they actually go for a massive peak, massive push on B long. You know, byproduct of that as well is they stop Zest from picking up an orb. It's all those little things, right? In any case, High Tide separating PRX Octagon onto the B site actually works out in their favor, just in case that someone's there pocketed themselves in. And now they're just holding off, waiting for those smokes to drop down, and they drop their own. Yeah, and Bleed, you know, they think they might be able to try to buy enough time. You showed the sky earlier. You put up the toxic screen. Maybe that forces them to rotate back over to
every kill matters in terms of damage. We'll keep an eye on it.
One step ahead in the mind games, but
looks like they don't want to give him anything, but it's PRX. So what do we reckon? How many people hunt? You would imagine it's everyone without.
Works as a great shield, and now great post-plant scenario.
Rifles, but somehow I feel like the rifles might do it also.
The plan is here for Bleed is just not give the ult charges and just get taken by the spike explosion. Redla holding on Hookah.
There's no way they all go long.
No one's going to be exiting the site from there, so unfortunately he's not going to find any chance to maybe go for an exit frag. The Vice staying on the site, and he wants to go for the spike.
Oh my gosh.
Just okay.
This is so smart.
Honestly, not too bad. I thought it was going to be way. I thought it was going to be way more numbers than this. I thought they were all going to send it. That's a good sign. That's nice.
But if we get those
Doobie underscore Do. Thanks so much for the 10 months, man.
I mean, I love it from Devi.
Yeah. And I mean, it's
K-Code
still,
game
what,
yesterday.
bonus round here for
Close
PRX,
is what it was,
so
man.
He
Close.
just get himself a pistol if he wanted to, and that's going to be all hunky-dory for
He's
him.
even just going to buy up.
All right.
He says, you know what, with the plants and everything, we got enough money.
Yeah, and he can just, I'm so fine with this.
Either way you
I
cut
hate it when it's like multiple.
For the old orbs there,
I'm fine with this because he can just take an eco next round and everyone else can buy it and he can just play a little bit safer.
Why not? It goes to show how big brain the fisherman truly is.
Flash goes in, Dog goes out to see how many people are over towards showers, and they just see one person leaving, but they didn't clear any of this. Just like the Bleed are being reactive from what's going on.
It's not like Bleed is able to hold on to Shower's control. They're just masking it as if they are there. But we'll have to keep an eye on that if it comes into play.
3 passing over towards A.
The hard lurk, so not much information to work with themselves. So PRX, they will say, okay, let's re-clear where we think Bleed was, right, with the earlier smokes.
Yeah, if there's anyone holding Showers right now and they try to escape, that mosh pit is going to cut off their rotation.
Yeah, I mean, just number diff.
This time, though, as PRX just goes in for the mad contact. Scary now throws out the molly. Is that going to be enough? The flash onto Vi by himself. The wingman not going to do anything else.
Vi?
And Scary gets away. Forsaken somehow manages to sneak up into the front of the site. High Tide goes down. As the dust settles, it's a 3-on-3. Retla finds that rotation from something. Forsaken gotta have to go big
they
onto this
do
one,
not deserve to
or
win
else
this
Scary
round.
might
Don't let
freak
them win this round.
all on his own. Gets the
Don't let them win this
contact,
round. Okay.
and the Phantom
All good.
fails him.
God, you can't be doing that one.
Refrag and the 3K for the
You cannot be
controller
doing
here,
that
Bleed.
one.
Yeah, good hold from Bleed, and I love that eventually they do.
Devi's unhinged today. He really is.
He
really is. I mean, they always are anyway, but they're like next level today.
Their early util not entirely wasted. They are able to get that information nice and early, allows Scary to set up right at the entrance there. Dodges just that guiding light just barely.
I like that. Just quick.
So it's a bonus though.
Concise,
so
nice.
Yeah, I mean, you got a long way to go. Too early to celebrate just yet.
Not that that's it's not that that would change in any other round for these. And maybe they weren't expecting the up, but
that hurts. He was just showing off his shoulder, and you already saw something was so prepared for it. Vi does fall to Retla, but a refrag was already inevitable.
He's taking the fast show with a Sheriff.
Barely missed a peek out from something on Cubby.
That's a good call, though. It's a good call. Doesn't want to make sure that he's spotted. There's a showstopper. Doesn't find the kill. A good spread for Bleed. It's going to be the pickups from the backup.
I do love how something plays though. I'm telling you, like,
3v1, not even Scary.
I do think that more teams and defense side is a little bit risky. I agree, and you got to think of your angles.
You'll back off.
I've always been a fan of just the op in general. I think it creates so much pressure, especially when a lot of people like jump peek for infos or jiggle peek for infos. I think it makes people a lot really scared, and I think bringing out an op early is just like the one. On attack on agents like this, it kind of makes sense. You're with the pack anyway. You want to be picking up your util. Like it.
I mean,
nice.
the jiggle peaks, and this is the biggest change we've had with Bind, right? Is not so much the map, but it's Sky. Yeah. Right. Back in the day, you could always go for early guiding light. You know, test out B main, and back out of it. You can't do that anymore. You got to kind of risk your own life on there. If not, you will want to pair up with the Gecko.
Lead win one.
Go for double util
they
and then
lose the
rotate
next.
over to that A site. But that does mean you're kind of giving
in terms of the econ,
at the very least,
like Bleed have had a rough one. No pistols. Every time they start winning rounds, they lose the next.
Match up or get those good reads on the body language of their opponents. Gets that one up, especially with something just again knowing that because Zess hasn't truly spotted him, right? Because Zess was only you get the line of sight from the eyes, so unless he like really goes out with his face peeking through something, he's not really going to get that contact that he wants to, even on the minimap, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so now it is going to be the early guiding light. Just wants to use it. If he doesn't get a spot, maybe even go for the orb. But now with that spot,
Hero
so
gun
Bleed,
is
a bit
here,
of an
though.
adjustment, right? In the earlier rounds, they tried to put pressure and they tried to force a rotate out of PRX. This time they say,
I mean,
nah, it's
maybe?
PRX. They might still be coming
I was
here.
gonna say,
Zest
maybe
is ready
Zest can
for it
get
with
this
a
kill.
Sheriff. Scary comes back
Weird
with
off
support.
angle
Hot
from him.
flash just to buy time.
Ooh, too much. That's going to be the punish. Jake coming right in, a bit too over-aggressive as Redla coming around the corner. They have not cleared him at all, and he's about to explode.
He did great. Jing over towards side, though. He needs to get more. It's unlucky. He played it pretty well. Give him another gun, and he tries to probably go for more.
That's a 2
That
versus
is
3
trigger discipline.
comes into swing. Darion's got a chance maybe to peek out of elbow, but I mean, Device just so aware.
Device just.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you already cut off the backup. The only one that you haven't really cleared is going to be elbow, so PRX head on a swivel. It's a nice idea from Retla. I love the trigger discipline. Sticks around for it. Gets the weapon pickup as well, but just couldn't land the connecting shot.
Yeah. And again, just goes to show how much pressure there is.
One away from
Bleed,
Fish or
individually just
Big Byron for Bleed.
How
Dude, they're so close to getting a lot of ults. They could, yeah, not saying they can win this, but they could get this one close if they can win this round. Ye gets his op out. Ye is over towards here.
False sense of security.
Shot was hit. You got to get off your fish, my guy. Holy 30.
Both of them injured, but they do.
At least the comms came in early that he was about to get ulted.
Be long to maybe get healed, but that's far too away. They need to still hold on to the back of the site here, just in case.
Yeah, but that means Shower's control gone. You can't pick up the Thrash again. You already took damage as well. Darion will be going for the heal. But now you give up that entire area. And PRX, they knew the op was here as well.
And they just cut sound after all of this as well. The rotate goes back in towards B, and Forsaken's just going to prod and maybe use Yuto over towards... Okay, he's now going to luck. And they're going to 3-person push. And does he hit any of this? Dude, look at Forsaken. Seekers goes down over towards long, so he knows they're behind.
He knows, he hears him as well, right?
So they're going to try pinch.
They're just going to pinch on him right here. They're getting tied up. This is
and then Divine gets everyone in. Oh, man, it's so good, man. It's so good.
I mean, PRX absolutely
I love this,
with
though.
their food at this point.
Love this so much.
What a hard read.
He knows that they're pushing down here.
Now
Seekers gets them. And then they TP to try and do a pinch, and no matter what, they either get out of there and go over towards site and Forsaken cleans him up, or they duel here and Forsaken cleans him up.
That's just Mindfreak already cutting off his approach to the B site. And we're here one more round, and PRX.
Okay, 6 chances to finish this one, and I can't imagine this buy is great.
2-0 as well. PRX obviously taking that kind of rough loss. Oh, what a drop there. And then a quick peek out against Ye. Ye was even holding that angle. Something just
Man, Forsaken's timing on this was unreal.
One more round to go for PRX.
I wonder if he called them to take TP
their
here.
league play here in stage 1 with a nice 2-0 victory. Locked themselves in for playoffs over from the Omega group.
Bleed trying to do something different right now with the triple stack on Hookah, waiting maybe for somebody like Jing. Forsaken possibly even, because they know that he's been lurking somewhere on B by himself. So they're trying to time it here, Will, to go for that push out, but Forsaken's gone the opposite direction. And just in case it gets a little bit too hairy, he can always TP out of Showers.
And they hit the site with 2 people.
Okay, it's just a showstopper, but he's not able to check all the corners right on
it's
time.
baited in by the plum. Do they expect a 3-person push? Doesn't look like it. Something's going to at least get that info on 26 HP.
I mean, you're separated over on A, and Darion gets spotted right by the smoke.
And
there's the flag.
It's all falling apart. Scary will get 1 kill.
They can just take back site here. The problem is they only saw 2, I'm pretty sure. So they don't know where the other guy is. So Forsaken's just clearing everywhere. And then when they've done this, you can just block vision off and they can plant back site.
Because now they know that 2 players of Bleed are going to be coming through here on a short reckoning for
Forsaken is a beast. I mean, he's just flanked all the way around the whole time, but I feel like his understanding's just great.
There is just so much risk.
I mean, he's just a true flex player.
As they rummage their way into the site.
It's a good reposition from Mindfreak as well, because they just came from here.
Are they going to be ready for it?
Guessing.
Got the pit.
He's got a molly too, so just in case he can't find him inside the Viper's pit, that's when it can
Oh, but
be thrown out.
Yeah, you just see the spikes. You can see if they're on it or not.
It's on the other side now.
Oh, we saw the barrel.
Saw the gun.
What a shot from Forsaken as well, and that will
I mean, nicely done from PRX. I feel a little bit bad for Bleed, considering they didn't win any pistols.
Not breaking a single sweat.
But,
and they're going to be what?
yeah,
Our
I'm not
fourth
sure
team
it would have
right
changed
now
too much.
that will be heading
The
into
speed run
the
again.
playoffs here at Split 1.